Good morning, Ken. How are you doing today, sir? You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Well, thanks, Ken. And yes, it was an absolute mess. As a young leader, as a baby leader, I had a number of years worth of hiring because I knew that I just couldn't get everything done. But then what would happen is I felt like I was kind of throwing tasks at people without a whole lot of direction. And it was really until I became familiar with the EntreLeadership program that I understood how to delegate properly. So I was probably a really poor leader for about 5 years. Sure, the big breakthroughs for me were all the content in the book as well as the audio CDs that went along with the book. I loved hearing Dave read about it. And then I started to plug into the live events, met some of the coaches, specifically John Felkins and Chris Oakley, and they started to coach me up on how to more effectively lead and delegate based on Dave's program. That was probably my biggest breakthrough because for me, delegation, I got my degree in finance, I went to business school, I always knew that delegation was something that had to happen. But my biggest problem was I didn't really understand what that meant. In the mastering the rope analogy that Dave uses, specifically with as a leader, your hands are always connected to that rope, even as your teammate might continue to move forward and you give them a little bit more rope at a time as they demonstrate competency and as they demonstrate that they are responsible for an area. So the newer the teammate, the closer you keep that slack in the rope, and then the more seasoned the teammate, the more responsibility that they should have, you'd obviously want to give them more rope. And so that analogy really crystallized things for me. It was really kind of an abstract concept, the concept of delegation, before I heard Dave say that. Ken Coleman, thank you. It's always great to see you, and I appreciate it. EntreLeadership has meant so much to me, and obviously you and I have met a couple of times, so thank you for keeping me on the program here. This is great. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.